What's going on there, biscuits? What's up, guys? My name is Pone, and I'm gonna riddle off you guys some of the new exotic armor that we know that are coming in the next two DLC, the Dark Below that hits December 9th, and the Wolves that comes out, I'd say a few months after that. So we do have the exotic things, and of course some of these are subject to name change, but this is what we have so far, including their abilities that have finally been revealed a few days ago. So I want to break these down to you guys and give you my personal predictions and opinions about them before they're even released, because YOLO, I'm on YouTube, I can do that. So let's start off with the first one. We have a Hunter helmet, which is the ATS-8 Arachnid, and the first like 9 or so are going to be in the Dark Below. The Arachnid looks pretty interesting, but I don't think it's going to be too valuable. I think it's going to be one of those exotics that kind of just falls behind. Causing damage with the grenade reduces your melee cooldown, kind of basic. Same thing with the replenished super energy when you kill an enemy with a grenade. Your golden gun zooms in for accuracy when aimed. I feel like you have enough magnification and accuracy and precision when you aim with it already in its current state, so I think it would only be useful as a helmet if you're playing like PvP on Bastion, and you need to pretty much cross-map snipe somebody with the golden gun. So even then, I don't think it trumps the already existing gunslinger helm of Balsinus with the symbiote. Moving on over to one of the cool looking ones, the Glass House. This one's a Titan helmet, increases melee attack speed, replenish super energy when you kill an enemy with a grenade, and Blessing of Light and Weapons of Light last longer. That's going to be one that's going to be pretty beneficial to PvE. That's going to be a pretty solid one. They're actually stepping up. I think the Titan's been the one that's been neglected so far in terms of exotic abilities. Now over to the Ram, which is clearly by appearance looking like another one of those Warlock helmets. Increased grenade throw distance, replenish super energy when you kill an enemy with a grenade, and activating radiance from death disorients nearby enemies. Now that is going to be an incredible, it's even going to be very valuable in PvE, but for PvP, this thing is going to be able to just kind of blind and disorient enemies around them. So if you're ever killed directly in close quarters in PvP by like a shotgun, you can instantly radiance. You know how normally you'd have to wait to make sure you're not killed instantly if you're in a pile of dudes, like you're killed on the B flag? Now you can do it and disorient them and then start pummeling their faces in. That's so delicious. I love that. So, moving on over, again with the Warlock, we have the Starfire Protocol, which clearly looks like another one of those chess pieces. You gain an additional fusion grenade, which is exciting, another PvP beneficial one. Increases the amount of fusion rifle and heavy ammo you can carry. Moving on over, again, gain an additional charge for Scorch and Energy Drain, so it's kind of like how, you know, you can have 2 grenades. This is kind of like having 2 melee abilities. This is the Claws of Ahamkara, by the way. Increases the reload speed of all special weapons and increases melee attack speed. As you can tell, this is strictly for one of those strength-built melee smackdown kind of aggressive close-quarter shotgun kind of builds for PvP. Ruin Wings. Now, this one looks kind of cool. Heavy ammo drops more often and contains more ammo in each drop, which should be pretty good for PvP and PvE. Causing damage with melee reduces your grenade cooldown and increases the reload speed of all special weapons, as expected out of those little army pieces. Now the Don't Touch Me, and rightfully named, taking damage from a melee attack makes you briefly invisible. I don't think there's going to be too much of a benefit for PvE, but for PvP, I don't know either, because the quickness for melee attacks, I mean, going invisible is kind of visible if they're right in front of you. You know what I mean? So, that's, I guess, kind of a cool benefit, but I don't think it's going to be very valuable. Increases the reload speed of special weapons, and increased super energy gained from killing minions of the darkness. Now, moving on over to the Ugs. We got the MK44 stand-asides. Increase the amount of heavy weapons ammo you can carry for the Titan. It increases the duration shoulder charge remains active, meaning you know how long you have, you know, like that 5-second period where you're trying to run and you're ready to get that shoulder charge in. This is going to extend the life of that, allowing you to run further distances without that running out, which is a great one right there for those that like to do PvP with the Striker. The Radiant Dance Machines. Now, these things look pretty cool, they sound pretty cool, and they can be pretty good if you're one of those aggressive players. You move more quickly while aiming your weapon, and increases the heavy ammo you can contain. So, with that, I believe that kind of summarizes what's coming in the Dark Below DLC on the 9th. Now, moving on over to the other ones, which I believe are going to be coming out in the DLC after that. Obsidian Mine. Now, this thing looks really cool in all black. Increase grenade throw distance, and increase super energy gained from killing minions of the darkness. Again, Nova Bomb kills reduce the cooldown of your next Nova Bomb. That's always great, especially, that's clearly a PvE one. It can't have benefits for PvP, but that is as clear as day a PvE one when you're fighting like groups of Thrall and that Nova Bomb kills like 20 of them at the same time. You increase the super by killing those darkness, and you're going to reduce the cooldown with the Nova Bomb. That's going to be a pretty cool PvE one. Eternal Warrior, probably my favorite looking one out of all of these, just appearance-wise. Increases melee attack speed, increases super energy gained from killing minions of the darkness. 2, provides unstoppable for Fist of Havoc. kind of interesting. Again, we're going to this PvE, killing multiple creatures at a time. Pretty awesome. And as far as I know, I don't know if these are actually coming out in the Dark Below DLC, but from what I've told, I think it's the one after that. We'll see exactly how that pans out. Who knows? Exotac Angel Hunter. Sounds really, really cool. Looks really, really cool as well. Causing damage with a grenade reduces your melee cooldown. Increase super energy gain from killing minions of the darkness. And significantly increases your weapon's accuracy for a short time after jumping. Doesn't seem too beneficial to me. I'm not sure where I stand with that one. Some of these are actually seeming like they may be back asswards. Like these may be the ones for Dark Below. Who knows? Purifier Robes. Burn brighter. Okay. Enemies killed by ignite effects explode, which is going to be pretty cool. It'd be good for PvE and maybe even PvP. We don't know the kind of damage it's going to have, including the radius of that blast. Increases the amount of fusion rifles as expected, and increases the heavy ammo you can carry as well. So that one is kind of meh, but if we're talking like Sunsinger or something like that, and you have, what's the ability? It's something about freaking Vikings or Viking Funeral or something like that, I think it is. But it allows you to like ignite everything and things burn dark, and that'll be great for certain grenades and tactics in PvP if done properly. Nothing manacles. Now these look kind of cool in a weird way. Look like they're like water bottle hands or something. Kills with Void Light abilities grant a shield, which is kind of cool. Increases the reload speed of special weapons. Causing damage with melee reduces your grenade cooldown. Yeah, it's a pretty decent one. The ACD-0 feedback fence. Damaging or taking damage from a melee deals damage in an AoE around you. It's kind of like a thorn thing, and not to mention these things look cool as shit, by the way. But this thing is gonna like hurt other people that hurt you in melee. Like, so if they touch you, they're gonna get hurt for it. it's a big no-no. Increased melee attack speed, and so that's gonna be great because it just naturally, as you try to melee somebody, their reaction is almost always melee back. So if you're able to melee and hurt somebody, they're gonna melee you back, and they're gonna take damage for it. So it's gonna be pretty interesting. You're gonna have to keep your eyes on those big black gauntlets to make sure you don't get too aggressive on him. Increases the reload speed of special weapons as well. The hooks are pretty awesome too. Hitting an enemy with a melee attack while invisible deals additional damage over time. It's gonna be a strictly stealth kind of based one. Reload speed of the special weapons or replenish super energy when you kill an enemy with a grenade. That one's gonna be pretty interesting for those guys that like to go stealth and run around with shotguns in close quarters and build, you know, mobility. That's gonna be a pretty interesting one right there. The unremarkable bones, and these kind of look like weird to me. Increases the ammo of heavy weapon ammunition you can carry, and upgrades double jump with an additional jump. Okay, about that. The Peregrine Greaves. Now these look cool as hell. Shoulder charge deals bonus damage when activated in the air. As far as I know, shoulder charge kills in one hit unless you're playing an Iron Banner and you're a low level. So I don't know what the bonus damage thing is. But again, these things are subject to change. More abilities may pop out there, and I'm sure that's not going to be the only one they have. So again, that's what may lead me to believe that this will be one that is featured in a future DLC. With that being said, guys, that is all the exotics that we know of so far. Be sure to stay tuned for other ones and subscribe if you've not done so far. We do these things as consistent and, you know, as the news comes out. So thank you for everything. Be sure to hit the like button if you've not done so far. It helps the channel out tremendously. And I will catch you guys in the future with another one. Leave a comment down below. Let me know which one you're looking forward to the most. I'm kind of on the fence a little bit. Some of these look quite impressive. I'm looking forward to get the 44 stand-asides for my striker. The Ram looks really, really good for Warlock. Again, the Warlock has some great abilities already. You're going to have to struggle with them. But I'm glad that the Titan's getting a little bit more love for the striker now. So I'm quite excited about that. So tell me the ones you're looking forward to the most, and I will catch you on another video here soon. Oh, look at this, guys. Look at this bait. The bait is strong with this one. Burst him down. Sorry. We're going to Nova Bomb this guy right here. You're going to try to do damage to both and give that guy a good palm to the face. And we still lose. Only in Destiny.